Let's talk about the weather. The thing that makes you expect exposures like this in the evening and meet exposures like this in the morning. Or you meet a completely wet telescope in the morning. That's the worst case. We cannot really do a lot about the weather. There's only one equipment which we can buy to make photos through clouds. Meet Icarus. If you haven't seen this video, watch it, it's hilarious. I put it in the description below. But in all seriousness, all we can do is plan for the few opportunities we have to make shots in a clear night and mitigate the risk of getting our expensive equipment completely drenched in water. How we do that? We look at it in this video. Stay tuned. Hey, this is View into Space. I'm Sascha from Switzerland, so grüezi miteinander and thank you for watching my channel. If you like what you see, please don't forget to subscribe. There's a lot more coming. So let's start with the ways to forecast when we have the perfect night for our shot. On the short term, there are two apps which help us to decide if tonight is the night. One of these apps is Starwars 2, which is a full planetarium app, which shows you in percent how good the conditions will be for stargazing tonight. If you like the same as a dedicated app, then I can recommend Skylife, which actually looks beautifully, I think. If you would scroll up, you will get a lot of data about the details of the conditions. But when we now want to look a little bit further into the future, there are different apps which really shine. The first one I would like to recommend is Clear Outside. It's a dedicated app for astro weather and it shows you an amazing amount of different data. It shows you the medium, high and low clouds and then the total amount of clouds. It shows you the seeing, the transparency conditions, and it's nicely matched together with the sunshine so that you know from which time on the data really gets relevant to you. But what I really like is on the top here where it says time, the color coding. What you see at the moment is red and orange, which both means forget about it. And why I might appear a little bit sad today is that as far out as Clear Outside actually shows the data, it stays like that for me. So for the next week, I can just keep my whole equipment packed. The other app that I really like is Susteria. It actually takes the data from 7-timer, but you can also look at the data from dark sky on it. It shows a little bit less data than Clear Outside, but the way it actually is displayed is very intuitive and gives you immediately a nice overview over the different elements, the seeing, the clouds and so on, so that you know if it's a good day or a bad day to actually make some photos outside. Both of the apps show you the data for 1 week in advance. Now with that I want to switch topics. Knowing when to shoot is absolutely great, but ensuring that when you shoot, your equipment gets not completely drenched in rain is so much more essential. And I think it's a fear of all of us that one night while we're at sleep and the telescope is shooting outside, some unexpected rain comes in and in the morning our whole equipment is destroyed. So how can we prevent that? So about 2 weeks ago, I came across a video on YouTube which is called I Made a Weather Alerting App for Astrophotographers. It's by Camille Pecala. I looked at it and I liked the idea. So he created a script that actually every time there's rain announced within the next half hour, your cell phone starts frantically pinging, you wake up and you have time to remove the equipment. So I tried the thing out and to be honest, I was not able to make it work, neither on Windows nor on Mac. But just because it didn't work for me doesn't mean it doesn't work at all. It might just mean I did something wrong. And it's a quite complicated process. But in the meantime, I thought maybe this guy, even he made a great script, perhaps he over-engineered something which is actually already existing. And what I mean with that is that there are already a lot of apps which predict rain and give you the ability to send you notification when the rain starts. And that is nothing else that his script is doing. So based on that thought, what I did, I looked for the apps that actually can do that, downloaded them all, asked them all to send me notification, and so one or the other will catch the rain and send me a notification when the rain is starting, respectively, before the rain is starting. The last issue was that I don't always and every night want to be woken up when it's raining. So based on that, and I can only speak for iOS here. But what I did on my iPhone, I created a new focus groups, which I called Astro Shooting. And there I actually allow push messages from all these rain alerting apps to come in, and everything is blocked, everything else is blocked out. So on the nights where I will shoot and actually sleep while the telescope is shooting, I will activate this focus group, and so it will wake me up. Any other night, these apps will be blocked and will not disturb my sleep. So then the question would be, which apps did I find? Now it depends a little bit on the geography. So if you're living in the US, the best apps as far as I heard are AccuWeather and Carrot. And Carrot, by the way, draws its data also from AccuWeather as well as Dark Sky. Both of them allow for notifications, but only in the continental US, which means me in Switzerland, I cannot profit from them. So please, if you're in the US, check them out. Now for me living in Switzerland or Europe generally, I find some other great ones, which as far as I know, work globally. The first one is Rain Today. Rain Today is issued from the same issuer as Weather Pro. As you can see, it shows the overall weather conditions today, the temperature, and then below there's a graph which shows as soon as there's rain expected. At the moment there's no rain expected, so it's empty. It allows for notifications in the settings, and you can even customize the notifications what should be displayed. Rain Today needs a subscription, which is I think $8 a year, that it actually will work. The next one that I found is Meteor Cool. It's free and I really like the home screen. It's a radar, so you nicely see from where the rain is coming. Also, Meteor Cool offers the possibility of notification. And what I really like here is that you can actually customize the intensity of the rain until it actually will ping and the notification time frame. So obviously, because there should be no drop of water on my equipment, I moved this all the way down to just a drizzle. Last but not least, there is Rain Alarm. Also, it is in its basic form free. You could actually purchase some extra features, but you don't have to. Just for a basic notification before it starts to rain, the basic app is good enough. And as you can see here in the settings, it also supports the notifications. So these are the apps that I found that can help you with managing the weather. If you know any other great apps or any tips or tricks, for example, I'm interested, does anybody of you use kind of a raincoat for your telescope? So I would be happy if you could leave this in the comment below. And as always, if you like my video, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe to get more content. Hope to see you next time, and clear skies.